Peace and blessings. This is Lady Crenshaw coming at you with Soldiers TV. I am catching up with my second show for the week. Had a pretty crazy week adapting to some stuff and some new endeavors that I'm doing. So bear with me as I get back on track, hopefully next week. Let's get right into the topic. Today's show is going to be about friendships and the importance of us maintaining a standard. I'm in a real humble state today. If you can't tell, I'm sitting on the floor um, just because I've been meditating and praying for the majority of this morning. And I really feel like this topic is necessary because we have so many. I'm serious about 10 different women have come to me in the past probably 2 weeks in regards to friendships among sisters and how our sisterhood needs to be established. And some people who know me personally know how serious I am when it comes to this sisterhood thing, to the point I got it tattooed on my body, that I am my sister's keeper, because I take that to heart. So with friendships, we are not holding the same standards, okay, that are necessary for us to make sure that things are being reciprocated. And in the sisterhood, okay, we've already discussed, we should have the same standard that we have among our men. If we're not going to settle for our men, we should not at all settle for the sisters that we call our sisters. There is nothing wrong with putting people in a box. There are people who are only business relationships, associates, only people you say what's up to, and then you have your sisters. And your sisters are the ones who you can trust, the ones who will call you out when you need to be called out, who you can call out when they need to be called out. The trust is something so crucial, because when the time comes, if we got to go to battle and we got to go to blows, if I don't trust you, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get left in the wind, or I'm going to get left in the wind, because you're not looking out for my best interest. And I think this is universal in every religion, every belief system, every whatever, to be your, to do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Sisterhood, I am my brother's keeper, love thy neighbor as you love thyself. There's so many different reference points that lead us back to this is how a organized and loving, healthy community is facilitated by the people. And the sisterhood is something that is so crucial. Again, healing of the Black community lies in the palm of the sisters' hands. And if we begin to do proper healing, proper assessment, proper facing of what ever needs to be addressed. We have a tendency to avoid. We have a tendency to blame the brothers. We have a tendency to blame other sisters. We have a tendency to blame our parents, our sisters, our brothers by blood. All of these different excuses for why we can't just face whatever we need to face and say, I want to do better. And when you're presented in the presence of other women who are fine with themselves and are fine with saying, you know what, I have some flaws that I would love to work on, and I would love for you to help me work on that. Those of the sisters who are not in that mind frame tend to wean off, and you see them, and unfortunately, that's the majority of sisters that I've encountered. And I'm not at all saying that things have not changed or that people don't grow or any of that, but I know my personal experience has been that women tend to back away once the honesty and the bluntness of myself is directed to them. But if it's anyone else, they're there to give some type of an opinion. But then once it's like, okay, look, I see this in you. However, they have all been able to do that with me, and I expect that in my friendships. I expect that if you see me doing wrong, if you see me doing ill, if you see me falling off, that you check me. because I am not always the best eyes. We really don't understand our perspectives until we understand, until we at least listen to others' perspectives, because it may be a lesson that we have to learn. Um, One thing that I have found very, very helpful among my group of sisters is that we are very interchangeable. There are times when one sister might be the quote unquote leader of the pack for a particular subject, for a particular topic. Maybe all of us need to heal. There'll be another time where that same sister will become a follower, where we all understand that we can be interchangeable. I might be the healer, and then next week I might need the healing. That is a very humble state to take in your friendships, because that ensures that there's no such thing as a imbalance of superiority, which there's a tendency. That's another thing that sisters we do. We keep friends around because they aid us in making us feel better about the state that we're in, and that's really not the business, because you're facilitating these sisters staying down in order for you to be the one that everybody's looking up to, and that's not healthy. You need to push your sisters to be your peers, push your sisters to be on the same level, and y'all growing together, or at least a consistent, constant growth among everybody. That way, you never know, it might flip. So there are times when, especially if you have older friends, where the mentorship will come in and all that good stuff. But there are times when a good mentor, understands that sometimes I have to take a lesson from my mentee, because times have changed, generational differences, relationships, how we view relationships are different than what our elders do. So the ability to interchange roles in your friendship is crucial to having a healthy, productive friendship. You'll hear a lot in soldiers me saying that word productive. I don't necessarily think that productivity means everything is positive. I don't think productivity means everything is negative. It means that we face the truth, and if that's something that we have to swallow the hard pill of negativity, to face ourselves in the mirror, that's fine. If it's a positive attribute that we can be proud of, and smile because someone has acknowledged this positive notion in ourselves, then that is something that needs to be faced as well. But productivity does not negate truth, and how harsh that sometimes truth is. I have a sister who I love very, very, very dearly, and she called me out one day, just saying, hey, you're working too much. I need you to relax, because you're getting bags under your eyes. You're doing these shows. You're doing the business. You're doing raising the kids. I need you to relax. And me being me, I'll give an excuse. Somebody got to pay the bill. Somebody got to make sure that the mission gets done, and da 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 da. And she would close my computer and take my computer, and that's a very bold thing to do with me, if you know me. And I have other sisters where I'm the one checking. If I see my sister who I know is health conscious, who I know understands the importance of being healthy and all that good stuff, and I see her eating differently than she usually does, or gaining some weight, or whatever, I'm gonna call you out, especially because you know how health conscious I am. I'm a dancer, all of this, and that's important to me. And this is because I simply love you, and I just don't want to be without you prematurely because of things that you doing. Well, when I was smoking cigarettes, my friends would come and take the cigarettes and break them and throw them in the trash, because they knew this is not a healthy habit for you. You need to stop doing this. You can't be saying you're health conscious with nicotine in your mouth. And as many excuses as I gave myself, well, I could smoke because I only smoke 2 cigarettes a day. I'm only doing this. It's not that bad, yada, yada, yada. And they called me out on being a hypocrite. And it had to be that harsh because that was the only way I would be able to swallow that pill and look myself in the mirror.